They just want you to sit in your chair and go hip hip hooray for the Western press and the Western narrative, regurgitating the same old, same old, same old every single day without bitching. Please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Good morning, everyone. I don't think I'll be on long because we're getting a phone call at 11 o'clock. I was mentioning it last night. 5 phone calls here. I couldn't understand anybody and they couldn't understand me. The problem I've got is about a SIM card. And the people I'm with said, we have to change it over. And I said, okay. And these girls came on. I hadn't a clue. I couldn't understand what they were saying. They were from India. You know, these call things. These call people from India. I couldn't understand it. And they couldn't understand me. And it's absolutely ridiculous. I can't send messages out. I can't receive messages. It's absolutely horrendous for me. And when things go wrong for me, they go wrong. They go badly wrong. And this is what it's all about. It's absolutely horrendous. Fancy putting someone on who you can't understand. You know, on the phone. They couldn't understand me. They were saying, we don't understand. I said, well, I don't understand you. I don't know what you're saying. I'm in a terrible dilemma. Really. Terrible dilemma. Morning, Frank, says Daryl. Morning. Daryl, I tried to send you a message. I couldn't do it last night. Nothing was going out until this thing sorted today, this new SIM card. Having a clue, I'm getting a phone call at 11 this morning. Try and sort everything out. Everything has stopped on me. And I mean everything. And any films for me today, I'm bored, Austin. Is that his hands? Yeah, but you'll have to stream it. These are the things that you'd have to stream. I'm afraid. Just hold on. Ali Noose. Hey, Ali. Hello. Hello, Ali. Our Romania friend. What's that, Mr. Romania? Oh, Ali, didn't. Yeah, that's yeah. Morning, Frank says, say, morning, say. The Scouts are talking to an Indian, Frank. I get it. I can't understand them, and they said we don't understand. So what the fuck is going on? It really is, and it's imperative. My own daughter can't get in touch with me. I can't get in touch with my daughter. You see, it's fucking terrible. I can't get hold of anybody. Can't send a message. I can't receive a message. Fuck. I can help you. I worked 14 years in telecommunications companies. Just be aware. Not so. Oh, don't fucking say that. As I said, I can't send anything out. But these were Indian. Oh, don't fucking say that to me. Fucking hell. So I'm fucked either way, aren't I? Okay. Hattie. But early today, Frank. Yeah. All mobile communications are Indian. Drives me insane as well. Yeah. But they can't understand me anyway. But he says that they ring them back at, can we ring? I completely and utterly forgot. They said, can we ring you back tomorrow, 11 o'clock? I said, yeah, forgot about this. So when they ring, I'm going to ask them if they can ring me back at 2 o'clock. See, I pay direct debit, and they said, you know, your SIM card, whatever they fucking said about it, it's become unblocked. And you have to give you a new SIM card. But they put it out, I don't know what they fucking do. They can do it from there, if you know what I mean. Rather than sending me one and me putting one in. Everything's all this technical stuff now. Fuck me. Oh, it's just fucking stupid. But anyway, listen, Ali says, if you don't move your heads while you're speaking, Franco, they will not understand. I don't understand them, honestly. I can't understand what they say. They're very deep, you say, and I just can't understand them. And I'm not having a go at these wonderful people from India. Honestly, I'm not having a go at them. But, you know, once you can't understand them, you can't understand them, and that's the problem. Actually says the collapse of everything is near writing being on the wall for some time. Get local and make friends. Going to need them. Yeah. I think I need an Indian friend to understand these people on the other ends of the phone from India. Just want 3 points tomorrow and a performance. Yes. Yeah, I'm doing a watch along tomorrow. At least this is on. At least this is on. So look out for the schedule when I'm coming on because it'll be pre-match chat. The watch along, then the post-match. And Mark, Buongiorno, Franco. How's the weather in the pool this morning? Get some grappa in your coffee and put a smile on your kipper. I wish I could put a smile on my face, honestly. It's fucking nuts what I'm going through at the moment. Right, a film to watch. And this is an old one. This is an old one. Not an old, like oldie or whatever it's called. And it's a cracking little one. It's really good, honestly. And it's called Rika. Rika. Reaker. Rika. And you'll be able to stream it. You'll be able to stream it. It's really good. If you haven't seen it, that is. If you haven't seen it. And I was mentioning about another one. It is good. It's just about these people, young people as usual. Well, you're not these teenagers, these stupid, like, frat people. Anyway, they're going to a destination and they're going along the desert road, that is. So, watch it. Rika. It's called Rika. And the other one is Brightburn. I mentioned this last night. I watched it when it first came out a few years ago. And then I was just sitting there, and I said, I think I'll have a look at this again. And it's good. But you've got to watch it from the very beginning. The very beginning. Brightburn, it's called. Brightburn. It's really good. An unusual film. An unusual film. And also what you can get, I think it's one of Hitchcock's best. And it's North by Northwest, and you can get that on YouTube anyway. North by Northwest. I'll be your No, you're all right, Daryl. As I said, you can't fucking get hold of me. I can't get hold of you, even if you were genuine instead of joking. I can't communicate with anybody. I was sending you a message. I was sending Johan a message. I was answering his email. And it wouldn't go through. Then I tried to set nothing, absolutely nothing. I can't receive and I can't send because of these fucking people. I'm fuming, by the way. You know what I mean? It's not like a fucking jokey fucking thing. And Callum says, did you watch? No, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to wait for that, until I'm in the right frame of mind. I know all about that game, by the way. Or Geen, whatever his name is. I know all about him. Before all this film came out, I knew about him. Like I know a lot of other things before other things come out. I knew about Geen because I'm one of these people who look at crime. It's like if you ever watch American crime, and I mean real crime, that is, you wonder, you'll say, well, would you live in America? Oh, fucking nuts over there. Fucking horrible. See, it's a mongrel race, unfortunately. Yeah, I watched the Quadrophenia at Tuesday last night. Do you know, I've never watched it. Oh, Phil Daniels, great actor, him. And Sting, I'm not fucking interested in him, to be honest. Sting, never been a fan of him walking on the moon. Nah, not for me. And I'll say, I'll watch it, Franco. It's good. It's really good, honestly. So watch Brightburn. Watch it. Enrica. And North by Northwest, if you like those Hitchcock films. I think they're brilliant, to be honest. Hitchcock was always good. Toscana. Buongiorno, Franco. Not sure what the conversation is about, but it doesn't look good. My conversation, Toscana, I can't communicate with anyone. Everything has gone from me, and I get a phone call yesterday off, those call centres in India, and it's about my phone, I paid direct debit to them. I just paid. So I couldn't understand them, and they couldn't understand me. And I was on the phone for over an hour with 5 different people, and they couldn't understand. I don't know what it's all about. It's so frustrating. And this is before I said, listen, I can't understand you. I really can't understand you. And when I found out later, they're saying about my SIM card. It's so fucking complicated. So they phoned me back this morning at 11 o'clock, 10 minutes time. They said, can we phone you in the morning? I said, yeah. 11 o'clock, I said, yeah, forgot all about, because I was so fucking frustrated. And it's got to be sorted for me, or I'm fucked. I can't communicate with anyone. No one can communicate with me. It's very important that I communicate with my daughter. Very important. Can't even fucking get hold of it. Jason as well. Can't even communicate with him. So that's what it's all about. Toscana. Irene. Morning, Frank. Morning, Irene. Same. I love crime, mate. Yeah, Callum, it's... I'm just fucking fed up, honestly, God. I really am. But in real time, especially, I don't like fiction. Where it's crime concerning. If it's supposed to be reality, because you do get a lot of phonies on there. And the phony, it's just a story. So I don't fucking bother watching them. The court cases, the sentencing and things. And some fucking lunatics over there, honestly. Horrible. And gang related as well, all these young lads. Absolutely dreadful they are. That's America for you. Multi-millionaires killing either their wives or their husbands. And now they're locked up for their life. They're going to spend the rest of their lives in jail. It's shocking what they... It's shocking what they do. And these are multi-millionaires, and they get caught. They think they could get away with murder. No more going on yachts or anything. No more parties, no nothing. They're in fucking jail in an orange suit for the rest of their lives. One of the worst crimes I've ever heard of. They're like, you get the likes of these, like that Again fella. and other serial killers. Ted Bundy and that Green River thing fella going around fucking killing loads of people. But the worst crime I ever seen was very recently, and it was a fellow by the name of Chris Watts, where he murdered his pregnant wife and two little girls, two daughters, and fucking put them in this, I don't know, put the little girls in this like oil thing containing big fucking things where he worked. Hid the bodies there and buried his wife in shallow grave, like in a desert sort of thing, to be with another woman. And he got life, and he'll never get out, ever. The guards don't talk to him. Other prisoners would love to kill him. They don't talk to him. One horrible man. And now he said, I regret it. He regrets killing two beautiful little girls, his daughters, and his pregnant wife. For another woman who's now with another fella, but I think she was involved in it as well. I really do. She must have known about what he was going to do about those men. Very jolly, isn't it? David Berkowitz, remember M44 caliber killer, his doc got released in 2024. I'll tell you who got him, to the contrary of what people believe. He made a big mistake. He killed two young Italians. Italian Americans. Two young, because that's all he was going around when he killing them, this fucking Berkowitz. And big mistake. And the mafia fucking went after him. The mafia. They handed him over. It's true that. And Callum says Amy Bradley disappeared on a... Yeah, that was shocking. You're right there, Callum. Amy Bradley just disappeared. And what suffocated one of them? Yeah, he suffered. Yeah, because he was sitting in the back of the car. His wife was dead. He put her in the car. He had the two little kids in the back. And they didn't know where they were going. And he killed them. He was going to bury his wife. I think he should have got the death penalty. Should have strung him up there and then. Horrible. Mark Simons, hiya Mark. Time after time starring Malcolm McDowell, where H.G. Wells pursues Jack the Ripper and Jack Warner after he steals his time machine to travel into the future. First film Malcolm's mum could actually watch. Really? Talking about him last night when he was in Liverpool. Malcolm McDowell. Lives in the States now, like them all, they all go and live in the States. Might ends up. Oh, fuck it anyway. I don't give a fuck about them anymore. And is there nowhere in Liverpool you can go? Can't fucking move. Toscana. Francine sets all these fucking things up for me. I don't even know who fucking with. I just pay direct debit for me, once a month, whatever it comes out once a month. So I don't even know who I'm. Francine sets everything up. Can't fucking get hold of it. I can't get hold of it. This is the frustrating thing. I can't get hold of it. Mel Gibson, Mad Max. I don't know. When Jason puts the backdrop on, I haven't a clue what he has up. I haven't a clue. Tosca, I haven't a fucking clue who I'm with. It could be that. It could be O2. It could be whoever. I just don't know. I don't do all this fucking secret. Francis sets everything up for me. Financial things. I won't watch anything that glorifies mob crime, like the mafia and the craze. But they're the true stories, you see. And the mafia don't get glorified, I'm being honest. And the craze were never glorified. But he understands what you're saying. He understands what you're saying. One of the best films ever made was The Godfather. That was the best film ever made. Because it was raw. It shows you what they got up to. Nader Mano, they were called over in Sicily and Napoli. And when he went to America, it was Cosa Nostra, our thing. And, just became the mafiosi. Organised crime. But one thing they never did was just go around killing ordinary people. It was between themselves. And you look at Al Capone, and he wasn't with the five families in New York. He wasn't with them. They wanted him to join the five families, and he said, "No, I'm all right here in Chicago. I don't want to join you lot." And it was Al Capone who seen the poor fucking starving during the Depression, and he opens up the soup kitchens. Not many people know that, but it was he said, "Listen, do something for these poor people." And he opens up the soup kitchens. Oh, fuck. So really, I like I like a good I'll tell you what to watch. A nice gentle film, but you've got to stream it, you've got to go onto it. And it's called A Walk in the Clouds. Keanu Reeves. About a fella who comes home from the war, gets back to America. and it's called A Walk in the Clouds. Cracking film. Anthony Quinn's in it. Anthony Quinn. It's good. So it's that type of, I like those type of films too. I like a good mystery. Always like a good mystery. A thriller. See, when you look for a mystery, I like even survival films. Survival films. Tell you a good thriller. And you can get it on YouTube. 3 Days in a Condor. Robert Redford. Faye Dunaway. I don't like that Faye Dunaway. I think she's a phony, yeah. But, you know, it is good. It is good. Redford's and that Dunaway one. Mel Gibson is making his resurrection film right now in Rome, and he says the facilities blow anywhere else away, and for a quarter of the price, with way better food. You would love his last interview. I like Mel Gibson. He's got away, him and Mark Wahlberg, they've got away from all this wokeness. They say, we're not doing that. That's why a lot come to Liverpool. A lot of American film companies, they come to Liverpool for, you know, if they're going wanting to film New York, they come to Liverpool to film because it's cheaper than, say, film in New York City with millions of people there trouncing about. Always remember that Barbara Streisand and her film Yentl. Yentl. Well, she came to Liverpool to film at the Pierhead. She filmed everything there. The ship, everything. At Yentl. That's years ago. Liverpool's a great place to film. And that's why they were opening up on Edge Lane, that old building, for all the interiors. And it would have been great until they fucking burnt the tower down, didn't they, arson? I was going to Italy, and it was a bloody night flight, 8 night flights. But nevertheless, it was going over, and I looked down, I could see it burn. It was terrible. Never forget that. Look at that. I'm talking about it, and Mark says, what happened to the... I don't know now. I don't know. I've lost all communication with people. Someone said that they're still doing it up, Mark. But the tower, finito. But it was arson. Definitely arson. Great Art Deco building. Great Art Deco building. So whether they've cleared, you know, the tower thing, I don't know. But that was going to be all the interior, because it's huge. It's huge. I went in there years ago with someone. You know, I was invited in. Went in, and fucking size of it's phenomenal. Excuse me. It's phenomenal, the inside of it, the interior. Huge. So that's why, but whether they're doing it now, I just don't know. Do you think they will have more Clint films coming out, Frank? Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, he's iconic, especially as Dirty Harry. Great film. And as even when he was playing those cowboy type films, I Planes Drifting, and he was great, Clint. So yeah, definitely. See, Clint Eastwood said a couple of years ago, he said, I feel sorry for the young actors these days simply because the scripts are terrible. That's what he said. That was a couple of years ago because of all the wokeness. So whether Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg, do something different, which they said they are, getting away from the wokeness, that'll be good. You look at westerns, for example. I mentioned with Clint and his western, one of the greatest of all. I don't know whether it was a western or a what, and it was The Wild Bunch. That was a great film. Great actor and great actors in it as well. Really first class. Sam Peckinpah. He was a great director. Peckinpah. Okay, now. Well, these fucking people haven't rang me, have they? We ring you at 11 o'clock. So we'll just carry on. So what are the films, as I said, about what I've just been talking about, these films I recommend. And I was telling you to watch a TV series. And you can watch them back to back because there's only about 8 or 10. And it's called The Outsider with Jason Bateman. And no one was taking a blind bit of notice of me. And I was going to fucking pack this up because everything I was mentioning, no one watched. And I thought, what's the fucking point? Me getting up of a Saturday morning and Johan, I don't know whether it was last night or the night, he said, I watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't seen Johan this morning to tell him I can't get hold of him. I did send him a message, but nothing. Fuck anyway. I'm not fucking repeating myself. And he said, I watched him. He said, it's superb. But he said, I've only watched 2 episodes of The Outsider. I've watched them. He said, I said, well, watch the rest of them. This was last night when I was doing the current affairs. And Dad says, Frank, were you a Trekkie or never watched a minute of Star Wars? Not 1 second of it. Honestly. Star Trek. I was a Trekkie. And that goes back to the 60s when it first came out, on the TV. The Captain James T.K. Do you know what the T stood for? Tiberius. So that's what's happened to Littlewoods, Mark, unfortunately. The tower gone. Whether they're inside there now doing, I haven't a fucking clue. Whether they're still doing it, I just don't know. Lost all track. And Mark says, Peckinpah did, yes, Justin Hoffman and Susan George. And I watched it as a kid and it freaked me out. The assault on the wife. I knew the actor, he only came from the Bullring here. Delaney. He was one of them. One of the gang. And wasn't a bad actor, Del. Don't know what fucking happened to him. I think he's dead now anyway. But I knew. And I mentioned that about the Straw Dogs. And he said, Justin Hoffman, he said Susan George was a lovely, lovely girl. But she didn't like some of the scenes, he said. And you know what the scenes were, rather than me go into them. And he said Justin Hoffman was a perfectionist. He said, if I never... He said, he used to stop and say, I didn't like that. I didn't like what I said there. It never came out right. Or as even his movement. He was a perfectionist until he got everything right. But that's a lot of method actors, isn't it? You know, there's other actors who just like do whatever they do and you know the scene and just say that's it. Yeah, they're fucking made up. They stop. Yeah, Peckinpah, Straw Dogs. He was great, Peckinpah. But watch The Wild Bunch if you haven't seen it for ages, because you do forget things. You know, it was like me watching Brightburn the other night. You know, like, oh yeah, forget about that. I don't remember that. It's good. But you've got to watch it. Has anyone seen it? No one fucking tells me nothing, you know. Has anybody seen Brightburn, by the way? Anybody seen it? No one says, oh, I've seen that, Frank. No one fucking tells me anything. So I'm getting frustrated. Just like, you know, waiting for this fucking phone call. Jesus Christ. Dr. Benjamin. Morning. I don't do action or horror. Only like thriller or drama. Can't stand car chases. You always had a car chase in Mission Impossible. I like the franchise of Mission Impossible. I thought they were good action things. But you get plenty of car chases in there, jumping off roofs and planes and everything. Unbelievable. And Dad says, McKay and Spock, Frank? Yeah. No one better than them. No one. But I do like science fiction. And that's science fiction. What you've got to look at is extraterrestrial. Made by two brothers, call themselves the Vicious Brothers. Brilliant. And I've recommended that, and no one seems to have watched it. They don't watch anything I mention. Nothing. No one. No one say, oh, yeah, I've seen that. Oh, watch that, Frank. Oh. I mentioned a film as well called Tucker Gangsters. This fella, Tucker, he, you know, obviously it's the Russian mafia. Tucker. And he gets away from everything and walks away, becomes a businessman. And he's got a daughter, he picks her up from, you know, college. And She's like 16, 17. She's married, got a wife. She's just got the one daughter. It's good. Nicolas Cage, he's took her up. It's good. Recommended it. No one's fucking watched it. I've recommended TV series. No one's watched them. And as I said, I was sitting there last week, it was, and I went, well, no one fucking looks at them. What's the point? No one ever says I've seen that. The only fucking person who said it was Johan last night. He said, I've watched that because I mentioned it last week, I think. The Outsider with Jason Bateman. And I keep saying Jason Bateman because if you put up, you search it, there's loads of outsiders, loads. And I even gave like where it comes up and you see the outsider and, a picture of something. But you get the outsider and you see a tree, it's like winter time, a tree, no leaves on it, a figure standing by like a stream or a lake, black and white. That's how you know it's the outsider I want people to watch. But they don't fucking watch it. Only Johan. I've only known one man, Johan. So I even gave others, You're on it, with Bryan Cranston, brilliant series. I don't watch series that's got, series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't watch them. I just watch a series back to back. If it grabs my attention, I watch it. Unfortunately, some people don't take a blind bit of notice. I've mentioned Spotless countless of times. An Anglo-French thing. Not one person has watched it. Not one. Spotless. About a cleaning firm that cleans up, like suicides and things like that. Murders. Accidents, car crashes or whatever. Fucking good. It's good. You might be thinking, oh, are they just going around cleaning up? No. It's good. Spotless. And the boss. Greetings FC and True Reds on the chat. Good evening. Good morning, boss. Good morning. Dr. Benjamin, marathon man with Hoffman. Yes. Have you noticed Hoffman? He always runs in all his films. Always. He's good, Hoffman. He's in a cracking little game. I've mentioned this. No one's fucking watched it. With Emma Thompson, called Last Chance Harvey. Where Emma Thompson films it, films in London. And it's really good. Gentle. If you want to watch a gentle type film, Last Chance Harvey. But again, no one takes a fucking blind bit of notice. I've mentioned it before. Frank, The Outsider is his own YouTube. I will watch it. Yeah, you'll be able to get it. No, it's not on YouTube. You just have to stream it. That's what I did. Is it on YouTube? Just after they search you, just search you, The Outsider. But make sure it's the Jason Bateman. I like Bateman. I think he's a good actor. I've seen him in Ozark as well. But I wouldn't watch the other series, where it went on. I watched the first series, excellent. I watched it back to back. See, there's only 8 or 10 episodes, so you watch them. Ozark, brilliant. Great Bateman. But The Outside, try and watch it. It's not Outsiders, it's Outsider. You know what I mean? You could search Outsiders and it won't come up. You've got to be spot on with these searches, haven't you? It's just called The Outsider. It's really good, see, honestly. Straw Dogs was shocking for its time. I remember seeing it back then and thinking, that's too much. Yeah, well, that was, yeah. It was. They made a follow-up not so long ago, actually, where James Marsden, that American actor, not the Eddie Marsden, our actor here, James Marsden, and not a patch on the original. It's all right, but I think I found it, Frank. Apple TV. There you go. There you go. It's good. Honestly, watch it. And I'll guarantee you'll watch the first episodes and you'll go on to the second. I'll guarantee you. The third episode. I watched them back to back one day. I didn't know, I hadn't a clue what it was about. And anyway, bink, put it on. Excuse me, I'm sorry about this. I've got this fucking itchy nose. It's mad. It's time to come in here. Is this fucking thing? Just bear with me. Bear with me. Hello? Yes, darling. Can you ring me back at 2:00 this afternoon, please? I'm actually, yes, I'm actually, excuse me, I'm out shopping, and I forgot all about it. If you can ring me back at 2:00, and we'll go through things because I can't send messages out or anything. It's shocking. Oh, you're a beautiful lady. Thank you so much. And you, my sweetheart. Thank you. Bye bye now. Bye. If she'd have said no, I've got to do it, there it was about to finish. See what I do for you lot, and you still watch me recommendation. And Mark says, "Is Brightburn the one where the family?" Yes. And that freaked me out as well. Mark Simons, it's brilliant. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Mark. I think it's brilliant. I watched it when it first came out. And then it was only the other day. I was just sitting there as usual. And I went, I'll watch it again. And it was good. I enjoyed it again. Brightburn. If anyone hasn't watched it, you've only got Mark Simons to clarify. But he says, if so, that film freaked me out as well. It's not frightening, It's just one of those things. It's like Rika. Have a look at Rika. Kind of try and search Rika. Reeker. Rika. And I watched that, again was it last night or the night, whenever it was. I decided to watch it. I went to bed and I went, so just lying there watching it. After I went to bed. It's good. I thought so anyway. Toscana says, what station is it on? What's that? Toscana? What station? If you saw that, I don't know. I'm sorry, Toscana. It's not on ordinary telly. You've got to go through and search these things. That's what you mean. It's not on ordinary telly. Any of the outsider, if you're talking about, or Spotless or anything, you've got to search it on your Fire Stick or whatever. You will get them. I read somewhere they are bringing more Red Dwarf, Frank. Even a film. Daz Reynolds. Never watched it. I never watched it. The Red Dwarf things. It's not my type of humour. Never watched it, so I can't even comment on it, Daz. Sorry, mate. Frank, have you seen the TV series Michael Strogoff? He was courier for the Tsar, based on a novel by Jules Verne. No. And you know what? I was told about that too. But ages ago. Because I like, as you know, with the history of literature, I like Jules Verne. Jules Verne was a great visionary, by the way. Great visionary. I like visionaries, in literature. The likes of H.G. Wells, incredible. George Orwell, incredible. That's why I talk about them a lot. Dr. Benj, Big Job was on the other day. Lance says you can be an insurance man to get the tree. Emery says you can say what you promised you. Is that with Sylvia Sims? It is, isn't it? Sylvia Sims. When they've got the harpoon. Sydney James. And she said, where'd you put the worm? That's the funniest line I've ever seen. And I had, where'd you put the worm? Brilliant. Dick Emery, Sid James, Lance Pearce, Sylvia Sims as the dumb blonde. Fantastic. And Toscana, just checked it out. Netflix. I'll give it give it a go. While you've got Netflix, have a look at another series. No, it's not a series, it's a film, I'm sorry. With Stanley Tucci. It's brilliant. And it's called The Silence. The Silence. It's great, Tusk. The Silence, Stanley Tucci. So if you've got Netflix there, yes, and get the likes of The Silence as well while you've got it. You'll be able to watch something which is worthwhile watching. Actually says there's a lot of truth in westerns, yeah. That Wild Bunch. That Wild Bunch. I don't know whether it's called a western or what. I really don't, because you see a western and they're always in the streets having shoots and sheriff walking around, but that's not like that. The Wild Bunch isn't like that. I know that someone must have seen it. The acting's superb, absolutely brilliant. Gun Runners. Well, it's a good shout that, Archie. Butch Cassidy in the Sundance Kid. Another great western. And Toscana. Can't do with that woke BS. If easily offended, watch something else. Yes. Yep. Good shout there, Toscana. Don't forget, until this is sorted, I can't send you a message or anything. And I can't receive any of you. Unfortunately. Until this is sorted. Hopefully I'll get it sorted this afternoon. Another excellent film, Frank. A Prophet. Unprophet. About a young lad who gets locked up in a French jail and gets used to. Hang on. Okay, now these fucking glasses again. Right. Another excellent film, Frank, is A Prophet. Unprophet in brackets. About a young lad who gets locked up in French jail and gets used by the Corsican mafia to do bad things against his will. Won a Cannes Film Festival. All right, okay. A Prophet. I'll have a look at that. I don't mind things like that, I like French films as well. I think they're brilliant. I always remember watching a French film. I like Gérard Depardieu. I like him. Gérard. And it was called The Green Card. Then the Americans copy a lot of foreign films, Don't know whether you're aware of that. I'll tell you what else is good films. Like special effects and things like that is South Korean. Good. Like Train to Busan. The Train to Busan. Place down in South Korea. The Train to Busan or The Train to Busan. Really good film. Really good. And the boss says, Ozark. Yes, Frank saw all of those original. Yeah, he's great, Bateman. He's great. And what's the woman's? I always forget the woman's name in it. But she's a great actress as well. The woman, you know, his wife. Morning, Frank. Just finished that old Again series, says Lee Brady on Netflix. It was good, but what a weird guy. On to the next series. And I was saying before, Lee, I knew all about him anyway. I read about him years ago. Again, whatever his fucking name is. Years ago. Oh, I'm sorry about this. Fucking hell, this fucking itch. It's terrible. Really bad. Might watch a classic tonight or tomorrow, Dancing in the Dark. Can't remember who was in it now. Dancing in the Dark. Dancing? Oh, I don't know. Wasn't that a Liverpool thing, was it? They're all laughing at me now, shopping. The bonkers. You're not out shopping. Shut up. That's right. Yo, bonkers, mate. I just haven't seen you for ages, bonkers. I suppose you've gone now, haven't you? Just popped in to say you're not shopping. You're lying. Gary the Rigby. Morning, Frank. Morning, Gary. Morning, mate. And the Archie says the wild bun's superb. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And Mark says, anyone see the zombie film 28 years later? Scouse actress Jodie, yes, lovely, is superb in it. As a bedridden mother surrounded by dystopian Britain. Not for the faint-hearted, though. That's 28 years later. I always remember watching the first one, 28 days later, with okay, now what's his name? But anyway, I watched the first one, and another one was 28 months later where Cillian. I don't like Cillian Murphy, you know. I just don't like his face, and he acts the fucking same and everything. You know that face. He's got the same expression. I don't think I've ever seen him fucking laugh. I've got a cracking part for you. You don't laugh, really. You miserable twat. Shouldn't have said that, should I? Really pissed off. Gary says, been watching all comedians on YouTube. I tell you what, I just put it up. You don't want to see him. Tommy Cooper. And there's only like a few little sketches of him, and it makes you laugh. Makes you laugh, Gary. Did you ever watch Kin, the Gangland Wars drama? No. It's really good. 2 series, I think. No, my old mate Steve Evans said to watch it. No. If I'm watching a series, I won't watch another series until I finish the other series, if you know what I mean. Or if I'm watching films, you know what I mean. And actually, I like a good old black. Yes, so do I. Some are superb and acting more to the imagination than the graphics. Yes. Watch Witness for the prosecution. Charles Lawton. Incredible. Black and white. It's supposed to be, but I fucking hate that Hollywood. They always film in Hollywood, pretending that it's England. And they get fucking things wrong. Even heads where you see like say it's a street scene, you see the fellas walking about, all these fucking American trilbies, they get that completely and utterly wrong. And stupid Americans with British accents or English accents, and they can't say it. Because if someone's going to say, like, there's water in the line, they go, water. Yeah, water. And they can't even say international. We say international. They say international. No matter what, they're trying to be this American accent, but they can never say it. Water. Jab. Oh, yes, he's gone for a jab. They can't say job. Jab. There's only one woman, one American actress who gets it perfect. And she doesn't say jab or water or international. And that's Meryl Streep. Great actress. I'm a moaner, aren't I? Moan about everything. But I like the black and white ones, honestly. Actually, I really do. I like the old Hitchcock's, Hitchcock films you can get on YouTube. And they go back to the 30s. There's one called Young and Innocent. Hitchcock. Great it is. Cracking little film. Got this fucking, yeah. Told you about me cracked. It's fucking shattered. And it's horrible. Can't get it out. Fucking hell. Cost a fortune as well. Not bothered about that, like. But I'm scared. Because I'm on these fucking tablets that the least thing on. The blood's fucking hell. It's everywhere. You lean back to when you're pulling the tooth out. And the blood will go down. Nice one, Archie. And CW says, oh, for fuck's sake. Excuse me. Oh no, they forgot. It was the same people. Thank fuck for that. I hope they can tell the time. Cheers, Mark Simon on Brightburn. I was looking for a bloody black bit. No wonder these ladies in India can't understand me because they say, I can't understand you. Oh, I said, I can't understand you. Either. Sorry, Frank, my ears ain't what they used to be. So you thought I was saying Blackburn? You must have been saying, what the fuck is he talking about, Blackburn? I like that. Nice one. I like things like that. That's cheer me up. The Omega man shot, don't like him. He's a prick, him. He was, during the, he was giving everyone up, him. Charlton Heston. McCarthyism. And he was young. Oh, he's a communist then. Didn't like him. But the Omega man, Heston, good film. Quite, I don't know whether it was, bit of prophecy in it. I don't know, to be honest, actually. The Omega man, yeah. I have watched it, by the way. I have watched it. The Omega man, whether, Charlton. Whatever, like Charlton, I couldn't even watch that Ben Hur with him. Because sorry there, actually, mate. Anyway, Stanley Tucci, great actor. Also, love his series where, yeah, seen it. Checking out the food in the different regions. Yeah, seen it. Toscana. Brilliant. Love the Carry On film more than, on PC, the better. Yes. My favourite Carry On, and I know there's loads, I like them myself, is Carry On Behind. So funny. And PC is out the window. Carry On Behind. Windsor Davis. But when you get the likes of Carry On Doctor and Charles Autry, Kenneth Williams, Carry On Camping, Sid James drives up in him and Bernard Bresler and the two girls, and they get to a gate and you just see a fella leaning on the gate, this campsite. And he goes up, he says, can we go in? And the fella says no. And he said, well, are you the boss? Can we see your boss? And the fella's like that. And he said, he's just gone for a pee. And they just stand there and go, oh, okay then. And the boss comes by, he's got a letter P, where it said parking. Put the P up to parking. Things like that. Absolutely brilliant, the Carry Ons. Love them. But Carry On Behind. So funny. Marriage Italian. Oh, yeah, I've seen it. What's a family favourite in that? Oh, yes. Yeah, Sofia Marcello Mastroianni. Brilliant. Spot on there, Toscana. La Haine is a brilliant French film. Have I seen it? Do you know what? I don't know. But I've seen loads of French films, Loads of them. I love Jean Moreau. Great actors. As I said about Gérard Depardieu. Great. Brigitte. Great actress, Brigitte, She wasn't just this glamorous thing. And a few others. Jean. Anyway. There used to be I watched one of the very first, it was French, it was called Devil's Island. And I think I went back to the 40s or 50s. I'm not quite too sure, but a fella named Jean Gabin. Okay, that was not a black and white, hard hitting. Devil's Island. Gary says, Between the Canals, Irish film set in Dublin is good too. It's on YouTube. Between the Canals. The boss. Laura Linney, yes, Laura Linney. Thanks, boss, because, yeah, good actors. Good actors. And actually says, what Sons about? Yeah. Yeah. And it does portray the way society, well, it's happening now in America. It's happening here. Happening here. I was listening this morning to this fucking journalist, and he was talking about Germany, mate, the Chancellor. And you know what it's overrun with? Rats. 2 million rats are running around everywhere, even in the daytime. Rats is overrun in Germany, or Germany is overrun with rats. Over 2 million of them. And they can't get rid of them. Germany's in a bad way, economically, run with rats and run with a fucking Nazi. Mate, his dad was a Nazi and his uncle. I thought, well, there's his granddad as well. I don't fucking know, but anyway. No, I'm still listening, says the bunkers. Listen. Harry Brown, I thought, was one of Michael Caine's best films. Very good acting. Says Archie. Yeah. I always remember this. Michael Caine, he was in an interview. And he mentioned about Jaws 3. And he said, I only did it for the money. I'd do anything for the money. Even if they told me to put a mask on, I'd put a mask on, as long as the money's there. In other words, he's a greedy fucker. Not for the love of his art. Not for the love of his art, the money. So I thought, fuck you. So I'm sorry there, actually. Michael Caine. He was great in Zulu. Great in Zulu. As Bromhead. Captain Bromhead. Really good. What else was he good in? I tell you what he was good at, and he was with Steve Martin. Oh, forget it. And but it was a comedy, and he was good in that too. Caine. I forget the title of it. Most probably you know it's Steve Martin, and it's good. "28 days later and 28 weeks later, not seeing the new one," says Lee. No, I haven't seen the new one either. 28 years. That's the last one, isn't it? Harry Brown couldn't agree more, says Toscana. So Toscana likes Harry Brown and Michael Payne. I was watching stand-up comics, some great ones like Mick Miller, brilliant. I used to go to Good Turns, Ken Dodd's Good Turns, 3 times a year, charity thing. And everyone had to give a good, that's why it was called Good Turn. You know what turn where I was saying? I was sitting next to that singer, what's his fucking name? It's not that funny. I'm sitting next to the Good Turns. Never give you up, Lauren. What's his fucking name? Rick Astley. Rick Astley. Sitting next to him. And he said to Rick, get up and give a song. And all he had on the thing was a fella playing, some old fella playing. Another fella playing the guitar. Just said, 3 old fellas, another fella on the piano. And he said, I can't get up and give a song to Ken Dodd. He said, you better get up and give a fucking song. But he never swore. Ken never swore. He said, you better get up and give a song. I said, get up and give a song. Everybody else says, the likes of that Mick Miller got up and gave it like a little comedy routine. And as he was getting up, there was, them big basses. Them big basses. That was leaning against the wall. And he's getting off like that on the stage, and he went, would have liked to meet that fiddler in the dark. Funny the way he said it. Yeah, Mick Miller makes it look natural, but it's probably all written and rehearsed for months. I don't know, Gary. Makes me laugh the way Americans say mirror. It sounds like mirror. Yeah. And have you seen? They can't say fucking terrorist either. They go terror. So you're right with the double R's, fucked up. Clueless Americans. I've gathered up on YouTube, and some of the things. Like a couple in London goes for something to eat, and she says, can you interpret this for us from American into English, from English into American? You know the menu? And another one said, why do Brits speak American? Why can't they speak another language like other Europeans? Forgetting that she fucking speaks it. They think that American language, English language is American. Sorry, all you fucking Americans who are thick as. Anyway, 1870, Jules Verne, 20,000 there. Professor Arnold, describes the interior of the Nautilus as luxurious as the Adelphi Hotel, Liverpool. That was the highest standard hotel. That's why Charles Dickens liked the original hotel. He said it's the finest hotel in the world. Mark. The Adelphi, not this fucking thing. Fucking the railway who own it, Midland. You won't get it done. It's shocking. They said, no, it needs doing out. Needs to be shut down for 6 months or a year. And done out. It's fucking shocking. Beautiful building. Frank Atkinson designed it. 1914. and he actually put in, there's a room there called the Sefton Suite, and it's the exact replica of the smoking room on the Titanic. From the wallpaper to the paint to the furniture, everything. I was on Lucknow, BBC Lucknow, describing it, so about that, and Roy Rogers and Trigger. And the girl who was interviewing me said, did he actually bring it up and sleep in its bed? I said, yeah. I said, you had Dale, his wife, on one end of the bed, because it was a big, I think it was a big king-size bed they had to give them. And Roy was on, the other end with Trigger in the middle. And she went, really? And I went, no. It stayed in the garage around the corner. And she's laughing her head off. True that. And he kept it in, I believe. Had a lovely Amby. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Amby. Clint Eastwood's in The Unforgiven, no quick draw. And good act, yes, brilliant. What was that one where you just see him riding like from a desert thing into this town, and it comes to a town, and you just see a little sign, Largo, and he rides into it. Well, Largo was an anagram of jail. Did you know that? Goal, jail. And that's what it was like, a fucking jail. Brilliant film. Where these, three baddies are always going in and beating people up and getting away with the women, if you know what I mean. Or one woman. The Unforgiven, yeah, I'll tell you who was in The Unforgiven as well. One of my favourite actors, Gene Hackman. Great though. But best wishes, Frank, off to town. See you next time. Come on, Reds, tomorrow. Players, champion shots. Storm them from the start. You never walk alone. We're up. Thank you, boss. Into town. I've never seen so many rats till I went to Saigon, Vietnam. They're everywhere. I fucking hate them things, hairy things. I really hate them. Excuse me, I've got something stuck in me fucking thing. It's horrible. I hate those rats. I hate them. Hate them with a vengeance. The bubonic plague, don't forget. Do you know where they originate from, by the way? Do you know where rats originated from? And they couldn't fucking move. They were just stayed in the one country. Until people started, like the ships, big ships, going out trading, so they could get from A to B, in the oceans and wherever. And they used to climb up the ropes, when the ships came in and they were tying tying the boats up to whatever they could tie them up. That, and I'm talking about sailing ships now. When they were going to different countries, wow, look at this, for different kinds of whatever, silks, spices, whatever. And it was India. India. That's where the rats originated from. And in India today, I don't know what parts, they viewed rats, besides the cow, as sacred. And this fucking temple, I never forget about this particular documentary. And they've got a temple to them. And you see this, like, I don't know, a religious man. But the rats, I don't know. Just see him sitting there, against the wall. And these fucking rats all over. Yeah. Well, I won't be going to Saigon or Vietnam. I wanted to go to Vietnam. I can't fucking go anyway now. It was called Scoundrels, says Toscana Kane up. Thank you. Scoundrels, yes. The original Scoundrels was also great with David Niven. Brilliant. And Mark Simon, another French film with brilliant Cassel. Monica Bellucci. Love it. Where the night unfolds in reverse after a man's wife is attacked in the subway and he spends the night running around to exact revenge. I like that. What's it called? Get me that. I like Cassel. He's a brilliant actor. Vincent Cassel. And Monica Bellucci. Monica Bellucci's in a film with Gene Hackman. Get this on YouTube. And Morgan Freeman. And it's called The Accused. Great film. Great film. And Mark says the film's called Irreversible. I'll get that up. Thanks, Mark. Irreversible. Smashing, thank you. Get that up. And isn't the Adelphi haunted? I seen someone in the Echo looking for ghosts there. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly. I really don't know. Couldn't tell you that. Yeah, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, yeah. Knew what you meant. Thank you. Edward. Afternoon, Franklin, yeah. Paris rats, Berlin rats, New York rats, which are more rich. I think fucking von der Leyen on Earth contains it. The desert rat's formidable force, yes, during the Second World War, yes. Monty's rats. So there you go, people. There you go. You've got some films out there now You've got series out there now. Series that you don't watch, but at least someone is watching them. Your one's watching. And Gary, I think, no, TW is going to watch The Outsider. And the lovely Toscana, she's going to watch either something. I don't know whether it's... but Spotless, if you've got Netflix, have a look at Spotless. TV series. Only a short series. Fantastic. Spotless. And don't forget, I'm doing a watch along tomorrow. Liverpool. Watch along. I've got to get hold of my daughter, Francie. And I can't. I wonder if she's like trying to ring me. And, you know, she does. She never fucking does, like, but sometimes she does. And, you know, not getting hold of me. I wonder if there's something wrong with me, Dad. Or trying to text me. But it's bouncing off, or, you know, it doesn't get there, not delivered. I wonder if she thinks something's wrong with me. And Gary says, the rats in Windsor where Dickie, yeah, it's so posh. Dickie Bowes, no. Windsor rats. Is that, I don't know. Is the rats in there? Well, I think most of them every fucking way. They reckon no human is more than 3 meters away from a rat. Gene Ackerman, superb actor. New truth on the inside of Hollywood. He never got on with people, you know, Ackerman, because he always thought that they were phony. Some of them. Rats are everywhere, Frank. It's meant to be fun. To be in the Windsor with Dickie Bowes. Yes. I know. I know. It just shows you, doesn't it, you know, when you've got something on your mind and it's festering and you're not thinking straight. Mind you know, people say, oh, you never fucking think straight, yeah. Frank, watch that interview with Malcolm McDowell. He goes right inside into Kubrick's mind and Liverpool in the set. Brilliant. Do you know what? I will. Any idea what it's called, Mark? The you know, the documentary? She says, the Grand Order of Water Rats, all them show busy guys and them sunshine bus. What we used to do for the good turns is it was great because, you know, it was for charity. And there used to be a jeweller who came up every thing, and he had a piece of jewellery, fucking fantastic piece of jewellery, and he used to auction it off, things like that. Another thing, just like charity, then you'd put your envelopes used to come around, if you had a few bob, just put it in. And they were for, little buses for kids, mini buses, to get them out and about and underprivileged kids in the city. And other parts of the Northwest, really good scenes. And I used to go there 3 times a year. Not now because Ken died. Doddy died. And Ali the Noose, rats with 2 legs. Well, you've got it in the EU, von der Leyen, what the fucking destroyed your country by cancelling elections. Because the fella, Georgescu, Kalen Georgescu was with him. And then Simeone, he was going to win. And somehow the fella, your president today, got in on corruption. Shocking. They're the rats that are ruining Europe. Unelected rats as well. Von der Leyen, they're all unelected. Every fucking single one. Who are these people? No one voted them in. You didn't, I didn't, nobody else did. And yet they're in power. And they want to build a fucking big army. Be billions. What for? What should you want to build a fucking army for? And they say it's to keep the Russians out. What a load of bollocks that is. That's to keep you in fucking place. Little von der Leyen, who had last week or the week before, no vote of confidence twice in 1 week, and she's still there. How is she in power? Who the fuck put her there? Say Malcolm McDonald with Billy Corgan, rock singer, it will pop up. I will do. I will do. Fucking hell, where's my pen? Yeah. I always have a pen here. Where is it? For fuck's sake. I'll get that. I'll get that. Oh, where? Good man. I'll just write that down. I'll just write. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me write it down. Billy Corgan. Thank you. Billy Corgan. Yep, I'll do that. In fact, I'll do it today. Might watch it tonight. Oh, fuck it. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that, mate. Ali says they are all corrupt, Franco, but some of them doesn't what? the masses migration and the EU rules, and others are EU puppets. To be honest, I am an anti-EU, and our president is a rat with two legs, EU rat. Yeah, but that's why they put him in. That's why they put him in, mate. It was corrupt from the start to get rid. It's like now with Orban, and they're trying to fucking get rid of him. But he's just going to slap them about, him and that Fiso of Slovakia. It's so corrupt, the EU. So corrupt. It's incredible. I'm not talking about, the leaders, are very weak and they're being led by an unelected woman and her cronies. Van der Leyen. They're being led and she's dictating to them. But they know that the likes of us are going, hang on a minute, the fuck's this one telling us what to do, telling these divvies who run the countries, the presidents and the prime ministers. So this is why she wants to build a big army to control you and me and the rest of us. Believe that. I'm telling you now. That's what she wants to do. Jimmy Savile did a lot of good work for Charity Knighted by the Pope. Hang on. Charity Knighted by the Pope and our Queen, not the current one. Knighted by the Pope. Oh, yeah, he went because he was Catholic, wasn't he? And he went to see the Pope. But the fucking Pope didn't know anything. And, did you or did I? No one fucking knew. But the BBC, they kept it, covered up for years as he was still going. How about that then? Fucking terrible. Shocking. No one knew anything. He was a necrophilia as well. Committed necrophilia. Think about that. Fucking horrible, that. The Achi. Oh, hang on. I am Bukele, big fan, love his politics. President of El Salvador. Even his wife is following me on Twitter. But people like him are not good in the EU eyes. Too good for people. Yeah, Ali, he'll be overthrown soon by Trump because they're trying to get rid of Maduro now and put in a big fucking phony person who won the Peace Prize, which was fucking so corrupt, it was incredible. The Achi, everything is corrupt, everything. Of course it is. The Nobel Peace Prize corrupt as well. Everything. Just imagine Ursula's husband's a CEO and Pfizer, and her brother's a CEO at the bigger online casino. Both elected in the last year since she is EU president. Pure corruption, says Ali Danush. Yeah. Have you ever seen her with a dress on? She's always wearing trousers. She's always wearing trousers. They're all at it, every fucking one of them. They're all corrupt. And when she's deleted about Pfizer and that, and when she's deleted all of them text messages, they can still get hold of them. The firm that, whatever's running You know, like my fucking phone, I'm waiting for a phone call so I could at least send fucking messages out and get messages in or whatever. Ring out and ring in. So whoever you're with, they've got that. They've got all those. They've got all those, and yet there's no one asking. Say like O2, say this is with them. I'm just saying. Well, they can get to O2 and say, listen, we want those text messages. What she's deleted. No one's done it. Why? Because they've been just cut out. Put it that way. Just leave it at that. Any plans for today? I'm having a quiet one and watch the match tomorrow. Yeah, I'm doing. Don't forget, I'm doing the watch along tomorrow. I'm quiet. It's quiet every day for me, but I can't send any messages out. I can't. No messages are coming into me. No messages are going out from me. I can't. There's no communication with my phone. None whatsoever. No communication. Because I don't know with this fucking whoever I'm with. I can't even ask Francine, who am I with, Francine, on this fucking phone? Because she does all that. I'm with her people. There's O2, no. I forget him. I forget. Can't even ask her. Can't say who I'm with. I'm having problems with this. And if they ask me for a password, that's me fucked. That's me gone. That's me gone. If they ask for a password, I haven't a fucking clue. All these fucking things and password this and password for that. Fuck off. So you've got me. Fuck. Swear. MI5 knew about Jimmy Savile in the city. Of course they did. They're fucking bangarad as well. Have you seen the head of MI6? A woman. Her granddad was known as the Butcher of Ukraine. He's a fucking big Nazi, killing millions, well, hundreds of thousands of Jews, Russians, fucking people who were disabled, Romanis, in other words, gypsies. Dissidents, he was murdered, executed. And she's the fucking leader of the MI6. Von der Leyen's family background as well is full of Nazis. Mates as well. Is, the Chancellor of Germany, his family background, fucking Nazis during the war. Think about it. Kaya Kallas, horrible woman. Fucking hell, Russia. She's got Russia on the mind. As someone said, all she does is wake up, go to bed, go to sleep. Russia on her mind. Anyway, actually, some of Savile's stuff has been taken off YouTube. I wonder why. I was only watching it last night and he's fucking on. Seen him? You know, the 60s Top of the Pops type. Hang on, what was that? John Carpenter is performing all his soundtrack live on YouTube. Escape from Assault on Assault on Precinct. Escape from New York, The Thing, Christine, The Fog, Halloween. I like Carpenter, but there was some that I didn't like there. That Christine about the fucking car now. Didn't like that. The Thing was brilliant. Escape from New York. Halloween, fantastic. Assault on Precinct 13 was good as well. Fog was good. The Fog. He was married to, at the time, to that Adrian Barbeau. Hi there, friends. And this is AD 43, and here we are now. And what do we have tonight? She was the DJ. Don't go out because it's misty and foggy. And Toscana too, actually. Some of Savil's stuff has been taken off YouTube. I wonder why. Yes. Frank, can you imagine the likes of you or me getting that close to royalty without being vetted? I don't think so. Just like that Jim will fix it for you. And you jingle jam. But I was vetted. Did you know that? Actually, I'm going back though to our birthday, 2007, the 800th birthday, when Charles came up. And he asked me to take him around. He asked me to take him around. I said no. But anyway, I had to. St. George's Hall. Should have seen his entourage. They'd fucking kill you on sight then. Viktor Orban is 10 steps ahead of any European leader. He is supporting nobody, and look, Trump wants to meet Putin in Hungary. That's character and balls for me, says Ali the News. He only cares about his people. Perfect. But so did Kale and Georgescu, the fella who would have been your president, and Simeone as well. But because every leader with that von der Leyen has to hate Russia, you've only got to say, I hate Russia, and you become a president. That's all you've got to say. That's all you've got to say. Even to be in a fucking thing, there's no formal interviews. All she's just saying is, do you hate Russia? Yeah, you're one of us. Fucking shocking. Shocking. Anyway. My phone is the same Can't Connect network problem, says the lovely Ambi. But they're sorting me. They phoned me up yesterday, and they said about me. They said your SIM card is being blocked, so we're giving you a new one. So I just said okay. I couldn't fucking understand a word they were saying. And they couldn't understand me either. So what's the fucking point of that? So we understand there, Ambi. Johnny Rotten told the BBC about Savile and they banned the ex-Sex Pistol. Stinks from top to bottom, including the Royals. Yeah, it wasn't only Johnny Rotten who was telling them as well, Toscan. There was others as well. Tell you who else was fucking bang at it, that Dave Lee Travers, is it? And he got jail. He was found guilty on one charge. Fucking wrong that. He should have still been in fucking jail. Him. Dave Lee Travers. They were all fucking bang at it. Not them all, you know, the likes of that. What's it they call him? The airy monster. Fucking asshole. And that she says, there's a lot more Jimmys out there, household names. Yes, loads of them. Malcolm McDowell has a funny story about the Royals and how he escaped one of their parties. It's funny, Frank. Yeah, I'll have a go at that. No, I've got it there. Billy Corgan. Yeah, get him. Get his interview. There's loads. There's loads of Jimmy's, I'm telling you now. And they, as you said, Archie, imagine a doctor from Romania who invented some very good cures for COVID, got poisoned, and now she is dying. That's the Europe we live in. This looks more like hell than Europe. Someone mentioned last night on the current affairs about how Europe is a big prison for us. And he was right. Forget who it was. Welcome to the prison of Europe. And that's the way it is, unfortunately. That's the way it is. And on that bright note, I'm going to finish. Gonna make myself a cup of tea. Yes, a cup of tea. Look at the fucking head. Anyway, I'm going to finish and might get all my hair shaved off. I'll just shoot it. I'll just shoot a bald. Do I look like Annie? Oh. Fuck it, I can't imagine. Let's see. Freddie Starr's wife. No, it's not. Freddie Starr's life was destroyed by that Savile inquiry and it bankrupted him, clearing his name. He had to be buried under a pseudonym in Alton Cemetery. Says Mark, yeah. See, they were going around, weren't they? You know, these fucking horrible journalists, these papers, saying, oh, yeah, he was involved, he was fucking shocking. Shocking. It's like now today with Epstein. You've only got to be on his list. You're fucked. You're fucked. But I believe that people were jumping on the bandwagon, trying to get money. I'm telling you now. I always remember one actress, British, and I just didn't believe a fucking word she was saying. Over, not Epstein, but that Weinstein. I went, you fucking liar. You could tell. She was like, she said that she went into this hotel, you know, it was a Hollywood thing. And she went in, she was looking for Epstein. And she walked in with her husband. And he said, oh, yes, he's in the room, whatever. And she said to her, I won't be long, I'll just go up and see him. And went up, and he had his way with her. And she came down, she said, I was dishevelled. And I said then, if she's gone in with her husband, what was she doing going up on her own and coming back dishevelled? If that were to be me, looking at my wife, coming back dishevelled and saying, oh, he done something to me. You'd either get on the fucking phone to that 911 or you just go straight up to him and knock the fuck out of him, wouldn't you? Then call 911. And I'm saying, you fucking liar. You liar. It just never happened. And that's the bandwagon. Then you had these other fucking stupid girls saying, oh yeah, I felt uncomfortable because someone mentioned the terminology uncomfortable. Like a journalist or someone, if you felt uncomfortable at the time, just walk out. And this girl went like, oh, I said I feel uncomfortable. I don't want to be here anymore, and being interviewed. And I thought, oh, fuck off. So these were the people. This is just my opinion, by the way. You'll either believe them or disbelieve them, and I disbelieved them. And that was the bandwagon to get money. It's like anything else. If there's money involved, you go, I think I'll have some of that. Know what I mean? So there's where you have to be careful as well. So that's a lot of fucking corruption as well. Kloppo signed for German league staff. He will help German clubs to get better. Just received the news. I'm on steak and eggs and tea watching. Me carbon footprint, says the Achi. Steak and eggs. That's what I used to eat. Ribeye steak is the best steak you can buy. That's what I always bought. Ribeye. Simon Le Bon was the unnamed rock star on the Epstein list. Was he? Simon? Did you hand, fella? How the fuck did he make it? He couldn't fucking sing either. Actually, no, it wasn't Freddie Starr, wasn't his real name. Of course it wasn't. Actually, no. It was Arthurowski. His real name was Arthurowski. And Ali the Noose. Franco, I don't know if you already read Carnegie Plan. Do it if you haven't read it yet. I will. The lovely Toscana. Grazie, Franco. Hope you get sorted with your phone. Off shopping now. We'll log in tomorrow for the footy. Mille grazie, Toscana, cara mia. Ciao. So listen, all you wonderful people, I'm going to finish now. I've been on the thing for hours. Seemed like hours. Been swearing me head off. Been getting frustrated. There you go. Frederick Leslie Fowl. Freddie Star. Freddie Star. Freddie Fowl. Mad, isn't it? The two F's. FFS. Freddie Fowl. See. Listen, I'm going to leave it now. I really hope some of you will join me tomorrow. Take care, Frank, says Archie. Thank you, Archie. Thanks for being with me this morning. Really appreciate it. So don't forget what I've recommended. And if you haven't watched Brightburn, CW said, watch it. Was it CW? Watch it. One of the lads, anyway. Was it Gary Rigby? Mark Simons? I forget who said it. But watch it. Said it freaked him out. Ali the Noose. See you next time, Frank Carlyle. Don't forget to read Carnegie Plan. Talk after. Thank you. Thanks, Ali. You take care of yourself. And take care of your people over there in Romania who didn't want this prick who's in now. They wanted Georgescu or Simeone. Shocking. Corrupt. They're not corrupt, but your leader is, and von der Leyen's corrupt for cancelling your elections of a sovereign state. Think about that. Cheers, Frank. I will check out The Outsider this week, says TW. Yes, do it, please. Don't forget it's got to be with Jason Bateman. And have a look for when you see, like, when it comes up and you see loads of, like, pictures, like, with Outsider on. Just look for the one, black and white, bare tree in the background with a figure, silhouette of a figure standing next to it, overlooking it, like a lake or something like that. That's The Outsider I want you to watch. It was Mark's say, oh, good. See you tomorrow for the battering of Man United. Watch along. Thank you, T. At least someone's going to watch. I just want to leave Romania and from my town, but I don't know how. Still, there is nothing left. Looking for a job for 8 months and still nothing. All the jobs they gave to immigrants, it's the same all the time. Tired. That's shocking, though. There's nothing, absolutely, there's nothing anyone can do. I've been waiting to go into hospital for 3 years for physio. But I've been put on the back burner because of certain people who are priority now. And it's wrong. My quality of life is... But anyway, on that note, thank you so much. Hopefully see some of you tomorrow for the watch-along for Man United game. And thanks for joining me. Ciao.